alone to win the fray. Hearts and heads and voice united as they gaily swing along. In the answering heavens echo to their battle song. Fight for Garfield, win for Garfield, raise our colors on. Onward, pressing ever onward for the blue and gold. With the voice of mighty thunder mounting to the sky. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail of Garfield high. A world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They say it all sounds crazy. They say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I need to want the world to be a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Who has amassed a very strong resume and will be continuing his education at Stanford University in California. Adam Salam graduates with a 4.414 grade point average and plans to someday attend medical school. During his time at Garfield Heights High School, Adam was a member of the National Honor Society, marching band, and concert band. He is a 4-star student. He helps with his family business and is a black belt in karate. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our salutatorian, Adam Salem.
Thank you, Mr. Ochesi, for that wonderful introduction. And before I say anything, I am just so happy and proud to be here, and it's so important to me. When I first walked into our high school's doors, I I was essentially a different person. 4 years ago, I couldn't even imagine myself being able to keep my cool and give a speech in front of this many people. And they didn't lie to me, there's a lot of people. I was shy, soft-spoken, and unconfident in myself. I walked with my head down, and I was only concerned with getting good grades and having a little bit of fun with the small group of friends I had. And I was content with that. But something about this place made me change. It made me grow. I've met amazing new people that constantly push me out of my comfort zone and show me different perspectives. I've strengthened my relationships with my old friends as we face high school together. I've partaken in new experiences and tried new things, learning a little bit about myself every time. I made lifetime memories with some of the people behind me, memories that I'm going to cherish forever. I've had the honor of being in a fantastic environment with people who push me to grow and be the very best I can be. Last week, as I walked into my high school's doors for the last time, I walked with my head held up. I walked with confidence and purpose in myself, always looking for the next great person I may meet. When I look back, I see that I have grown immensely, but I'm far from the only one. As I think about some of my incredible friends on this stage tonight, I see people who have not only played vital roles in helping me grow, but have also grown as a person themselves. I've seen friends like me who have grown into their confidence and personality. In fact, one of the shyest people I knew 4 years ago now stars in musicals. And even just this morning, he told me that he got another lead in another musical, and I responded, well, you better have. You sprained your ankle, you're auditioning, you put heart and soul into it. I've had people who 4 years ago were unhealthy and overweight, but they persevered through everything, and they're now some of the fittest, healthiest people I knew. Now, I think I kind of noticed this when one of my friends was giving me a dude hug and he almost broke my ribs. They're fit people. I've had friends who spent a lot of times just pursuing their book smarts, but they've opened up, they've expanded their horizons, and they're enjoying everything life has to offer. I've had people discover new passions and awe me with everything from computer wizardry to cooking. I have multiple people manage to work full-time and still maintain the best academic standings while supporting their families. Just recently, I've even had a friend come to terms with himself as a person and his identity, and he found the courage to proudly tell the world despite how scared he was. And these are just but a few examples. Being surrounded with people like this who inspire me every day is something I've always looked forward to every single time I step into the high school's doors. No matter what problems laid ahead of us, no matter what problems we had as an individual, we banded together and motivated each other, not just through our own growth, but through direct support. And I guarantee we're not the only ones either. I'd like to ask my fellow graduates and everyone, how have you grown recently? The chances are it's more than you think, and it's important to acknowledge that. Major and minor changes aside, we all grow each and every single day, and if I had one word of advice to give to the class of 2018, it would be to grow. Find work that you're truly passionate about, that makes you feel alive every day you wake up. Explore new ideas, meet new people, have new experiences with them, and learn little chunks about who you really are in the process. High school is not the end of our growth, but rather the beginning. It's when our impact on the world truly begins, and we have the freedom to follow whatever our hearts desire. So please, continue growing. When I look at the road ahead of us, I know it will be hard. Growth is never easy, but the end result makes it worth it. Sometimes the only limits we have are ones that are put on ourselves, by others, and ourselves too. Surround yourself with people who shatter your own expectations of yourself and encourage them to do the same. grow. Before I get off the mic, I would just like to thank a few people that helped me here in this journey. First and foremost, my family back there. They have been so supportive every step of the way as I made my way to this place. So thank you not only to the people sitting there, but the family I have live streaming. You guys have been amazing. My friends, you guys know exactly who you are. I'm not going to waste time with their shout-outs, but thank you so much for helping me grow and inspiring me with your own growth yourselves. I look forward to seeing where you guys are in a few years. I'd also like to thank the staff members that have helped me here. You guys also know who you are. And just one direct shout out over there to Jillian Lester for her direct support over the past few years. It means so much to me. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Has taken full advantage of the opportunities that the Garfield Heights City Schools has to offer, thereby creating opportunities for his own future. Our valedictorian, Myron Spikes, graduates with a 4.424 point average and virtually had his pick from a variety of some of the best schools in our country. Despite full scholarship offers from Case Western Reserve, the University of Miami, the Ohio State University, Howard, Kent State, Xavier, Myron has selected Cornell University to be his college of choice. Just in case you haven't been listening, number 1 is Cornell, number 2 is Stanford in California for Garfield Heights. Fantastic. Myron has served as the president of National Honor Society, student council, participated in the debate team, and served as a peer tutor. All this time interning at PBIS WVIC Idea Stream and working a full-time job. He's independent, he's self-sufficient, he's loyal. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Myron Spikes. A true bulldog.
First, I would like to say thank you in advance for hearing me speak. Continuing to the topic that my great friend Adam touched upon, growth. When I think of this word, I immediately think about this arch enemy, the word impossible. Our perceived impossibilities are the only thing that limit our growth. For this reason, I am a strong advocate of the ideology surrounding the fact that impossibilities are irrational. Please allow me to elaborate. Impossible and I cannot are the same thing. Saying I cannot do something means that there are infinite amount of things obstructing my path. There's not one hurdle to jump over, 2, or 100, nor a million, yet infinite. So when someone says they cannot do something that is impossible, they are basically saying no matter what happens, all the stars can align, a cow can jump over the moon, pigs can fly, and heaven and hell can collide, but they still will not be able to accomplish their goal. I'm no Buddhist monk or Greek philosopher, but this sounds a little irrational to me. Let me put this into example. Tom and Holly are 2 friends attempting to go on a run around the park, and then they come to a hill. Yeah, Tom is overweight and doesn't run often, so he says to Holly, I cannot run up this hill, I'm too heavy, I can't do it, it's impossible. No how, no way, and not today. So by Tom saying he cannot do it, that implies he has over 1 million barriers stopping him. It's not just that maybe Tom has no stamina, or asthma, or just had a knee replacement, or any other excuse he may provide. If Tom were to stave all the barriers in his way, then Tom could properly find a solution to each barrier until he gets to the top of the hill. But no, Tom just can't. There are men and women in the world that lose both their legs and still manage to run marathons, swim in competitions, and do anything else you wouldn't expect them to. So a man with no real legs can win a race, but Tom just can't? From here, we can see just how ridiculous the phrase "I cannot" sounds. This ideology does not only apply to this situation, but to all aspects of life. We cannot keep limiting our potentials by lying to ourselves, saying we have an infinite amount of things stopping us when we truthfully only have a few. In Algebra 2, we were taught that infinity is not a real number. When a man wants to court a woman, he does not pick up the phone and say, "Baby, call me at 216-324-567 infinity." When a teenager is late for their curfew, they do not pick up their phone, call their mother and say, "Suzanne, I'm very sorry I'm late for curfew. I'm only infinite minutes away from the house." When a mother disciplines their child, they do not say, "Johnny, do it infinite more times so I'm gonna get in your behind." They say, "Do it one more time." A man tells a woman to call him at the exact number. We tell each other we are the exact amount of minutes away from our destination. We do not use the word infinity in our everyday lives to describe anything. So why should we use the word infinity to describe the amount of barriers stopping us from reaching our goals? Not only do we limit ourselves by doing this, but we limit everyone else around us. Let me explain. As children, we are told to do whatever we put our mind to. The world is our open playing field, and our opportunities are endless. We are told all of this before we even learn to spell our names or learn to cuss someone out by overhearing our mothers do it one too many times. But as we grow older, this all shifts. We're told we have limits, restraints, restrictions, infinite barriers in the way. So little Timmy at age 4 can solve world hunger. One of the things included when you told him he could do whatever he put his mind to. And now as Timmy's older, Timmy can't do it anymore. So when Timmy's young, before he begins to sneak out after the streetlights come on, Timmy is powerful. He can do anything. As Timmy gains age, knowledge, and wisdom, Timmy becomes weak. But shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't Timmy gain power as he gains knowledge? I'm no Einstein, but this sounds a little irrational to me. Please don't explain to me what I'm missing. From this, I see that we lie to our children, tell them they can do anything when they're young, but when they're older, they can't even do the things they could have done when they were toddlers. So we lie to our children, and then we get disappointed and upset when they lie to us as teenagers, return to unfaithful and untruthful adults. Okay, see, it makes no sense to me, but for some odd reason, we've been doing the same thing for centuries, so I'll just leave it with an okay. When we forget about the word impossible, we'll be one step closer to no longer doubting ourselves, others, and ultimately reaching our greatest potential. If you don't remember anything that I said, please remember this. We should not use the word infinity to describe the barriers in our way, and we should use the word infinity to describe our potential. Every single one of us has an infinite potential. We can go anywhere and do anything we want, and I promise you that. Thank you.
The class of 2018 will receive their diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. The diplomas these graduates receive represent years of hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement. They represent the time they have spent at GHHS, growing as people, and having experiences that will help them become successful adults. Class of 2018, I ask you to take a moment to reflect on your time at Garfield Heights High School. Pause and reflect on the memories you have made. There are so many amazing and talented young people in this class. If I were to do a year in review over social media, I think it might look something like this. There might be a YouTube documentary created by Eric Miller of dedicated NHS members who worked tirelessly to pull off a Roaring Twenties themed night. Megan Spikes, Joshin Dalaman, Amber Kelly, Jasmine Milton, Cassie Frederick, Kayla Fitzpatrick, Jeremy Krull, Caitlin Waddell, Noah Say, and Adam Salem, just to name a few. The end credits might say something like this: homecoming, great night, exhausted, what a wonderful night. There might be a tweet out there about SOS with Antoine Faulkner that says, hashtag helping others, hashtag feels amazing, hashtag what else can we do? We have so many students that are artistically talented, from Joshua Edison, Maya Nichols, Colin Petway, Eric Shaw, hashtag Music Express Grand Champions, Althea Nahini, hashtag Cinderella, Brandon Taylor and Giovanni Ortiz, hashtag Amazing in Shrek, hashtag Stupendous in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Stacia Greathouse, hashtag Passionate About Music, Josh Ramirez, and Austin Santos. Hashtag who knew you could use newspaper as a percussion instrument? Joshua Stalinsky, Jordan Kostura, Audrey Sajoki, Matthew Hunter, and Charisma Saplinski. Hashtag what will Statola and Benjamin do without you? Your abilities to sing, dance, play your instrument, and transform yourselves into your characters transported your audience to a different time and place each and every time. We can't forget the amazing athletic seasons we had. There might be some tweets about Jermaine Camp and the 5 school records that he set that say hashtag not finished yet, hashtag headed to college to break some more. Or the Instagram photo of Aaron Watson, Jamar Camp, and Tyrese Maddox in their football uniforms that says hashtag we bleed blue and gold. What about the tweets from Alex Heath, Donovan Forte, Tajmal Tony Gates, and Keandre Graves that say, one's a bulldog, always a bulldog, and hashtag basketball family. There might be a Snapchat storyline of Brianna Martinez and the bowling team qualifying for districts, or an Instagram picture of Miranda Dickens that showcases what a leader she was for the girls' basketball team. Hashtag team first, hashtag bulldog pride. Or a picture of Kyle Macon keeping golf alive. We can't forget Carly Grabowski and Alexis Cole, members of the first girls soccer team. Furthermore, our students didn't just excel at GHHS, they also excelled at CVCC in both competitions and in their programs. JC Moon, Antoine Faulkner, Carl Lararca, Tyriana Mali, Christopher McDonald, Timothy King, Kiera Bacon, and Danielle Ginnens. Hashtag CVCC and GHHS, the best of both worlds. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Twitter feeds that occur every day about the wonderful students we have walking our halls. Shamar Walden, who always had a camera and assisted with numerous yearbook shots. Tim Weeks and Michaela Leith, who have a smile on their face each and every day. Hashtag I love school. Lamariel Garner, hashtag take the wrap off. Erin Gulata, whose greeting every day would always make you smile. Tanisha Middleton, Jordan Clark Banks, and Kendra Drake, whose announcements kept us informed each and every day. Recently, our students also had an opportunity to explore their future career aspirations by participating in Senior Project. This year's Senior Project had the most participants ever. 170 students took advantage of the opportunity to shadow or volunteer. Emmanuel Callahan and Darianne Smith helped out tremendously at the Garfield Heights Civic Center, earning compliments from Mayor Palova himself. Hashtag political aspirations. Alyssa Coloni and Kishan Coates volunteered in classrooms. Hashtag future educators. Tyrese Middleton, who worked with the Garfield Heights Fire Department. Savannah Kimbrough shadowed a surgeon at the Cleveland Clinic. Hashtag is med school in my future? Tyler Motley, Sherelle Houston, and Chris Burkholter shadowed the Garfield Heights Police Department. Hashtag success, hashtag moving on. I can't forget about the transformation that occurred from Alyssa and Desiree Elish, Kayla Cooper, and Kanae Woods, who each time I asked them about how they were doing, always replied, I got this. Hashtag you truly did get this. Marcellus Hall, Hannah Lucas, Hillary Stewart, Sharday Williams, and the rest of our Learning Center graduates. I am so proud of what you have accomplished. Hashtag getting work done. This class has also chosen to distinguish themselves academically. We have 12 students who are graduating with a 4.0 or higher. Our valedictorian, Myron Spikes, is graduating with an impressive 4.24, followed very closely by our salutatorian, Adam Salem, with a 4.422. And this class just cannot be stopped, as they have earned over $4.8 million in scholarships. They're absolutely amazing. And although the references I have been making to social media are mostly fictitious, I encourage you to make them a reality. In this age of social media, it can be easy to get caught up in the drama, to post things that you don't like about someone, to post the mess-ups, the flaws, and the flubs. But as you leave GHHS and go out into the world, I encourage you to change that. To post, tweet, and retweet all the positive things that you will be doing and that you hear others are doing. Hashtag be the change you wish to see. In closing, I leave you with a Twitter post from the American Academy of Poets by Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Congratulations, class of 2018. The hour of graduation is now at hand. On behalf of our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Terrence Wachewski, I present the Garfield Heights High School Class of 2018 to the President of the Board of Education, Mr. Gary Wolski. The students have met the requirements for graduation and are therefore eligible to receive their diplomas.
On behalf of the Board of Education, Vice President Christine Kidson, Joan Chamberlain, Bob Dobies, and Joe Juby, welcome to the Garfield Heights High School Commencement Ceremony. I offer my congratulations to the class of 2018 for their historic academic accomplishments. The class as a whole, as well as the various individual milestones, made the entire Garfield Heights community proud. There is an old saying that opportunity knocks only once. Not true. Opportunities exist around virtually every corner of life. Sometimes you need to look hard for them and persevere to the very end of a given situation to see the opportunity in it. In a sense, the opportunities you pursue are like the rungs of a ladder. Climbing upon each one lifts you further into your ascent to reach your true dreams and goals. The members of the graduating class of 2018 have clearly demonstrated a willingness to be prepared and a desire to pursue the many opportunities that have presented themselves over the years in our school district. As the contemporary culture changes all around us, with technological advances and the speed of innovation, one thing will remain constant. Opportunities will be all around us. And, like Thomas Edison said, they can be missed because they might be disguised as hard work. But my challenge to you is this. Seek out the identity, the opportunities that are here for you today in all aspects of life. You have clearly done so as a Bulldog student in our district. But as you leave this stage and begin the next phase of your life, opportunities will continue to present themselves. Work hard to pursue them, and this will result in true success for you in the future. Best of luck, and congratulations to you and your families on your graduation. Thank you, and as Mr. Rose says, go Bulldogs.
Rise, one row at a time.
Matthew Hunter. Tom Rushton. Javante Wise. Hillary Stewart.